Welcome to my channel. Enjoy this video and subscribe my channel. 90-Day Fiancé. Before the 90 days, star Božo Vrdoljak's shocking relationship status after season 7 reveals if he got back together with Vanja Grbic. Vanja and Božo were introduced as the 7th couple in the season. Their storyline caught attention since it reminds viewers of the plot of He's Just Not That Into You, with Vanja misinterpreting romantic signals. Vanja, from Florida, is a belly dancer by profession, but also had 3 other sources of income, while Božo, who used to be a professional football player in Croatia, was unemployed. Vanja matched with Božo on a dating app in Split.However. Vanja had already left for the US when Božo replied to her. Vanja had been single for years after she caught her last fiancé cheating on her. Vanja expected her romance with Vanja to be one that would end in her getting married to him. Unfortunately, Vanja was being led on by Božo. He had no romantic feelings for Vanja and wasn't even interested in meeting her. He didn't care that Vanja was coming to Croatia and immediately friend-zoned her on seeing her in person. Vanja still kept trying to earn Božo's love. She was not ready to give up yet. Božo had already hurt Vanja before they met in person. In episode 7, Vanja's friend Fabiana pointed out that Vanja generally went for men who fit a checklist. She didn't do a lot of due diligence, and a lot of nasty stuff about these men got uncovered after Vanja got serious with them. Fabiana was a very good friend of Vanja, and she had known her for 17 years. Fabiana had been by Vanja's side when she had been through hardships in her relationships. She had held her crying and sobbing with mascara running down her face. Fabiana wanted to make sure Vanja had evaluated every side of the relationship. Vanja was planning to go to Croatia a few months into the relationship and had noticed that Božo was not being as communicative. He was acting strangely and not picking up her phone. She then called a call from Božo out of the blue, telling her he couldn't see her anymore. He told her he was seeing somebody else, and that was it. Vanja was devastated but appreciated that Božo had been honest. A couple of months later, he texted her to tell her he was no longer with the other girl and wanted to work on their relationship again. Why Božo ghosted Vanja the first time? Božo was having second thoughts. Fabiana had pointed out that Vanja didn't know anything about his other woman. Vanja said it was why she wanted to go to Croatia and see. Meanwhile, when the producers asked Božo about what happened between him and Vanja for him to freeze the relationship, he told them the truth. Božo said he was trying to get back with his ex-girlfriend. They were giving each other another chance. However, what they expected didn't happen, and Božo accepted it was for the best. Božo claimed that getting back together with Vanja was nice, smooth. Božo was not over his ex-girlfriend. Vanja was just a rebound. Božo couldn't stop talking about his ex-girlfriend during the interview on the show he was filming with Vanja. He suggested his ex-girlfriend was his soulmate and that he had the biggest love for her. However, Božo never put her first. He never took her out on trips and never celebrated any special occasions with her. Božo's ex-girlfriend left him. She left him, and it broke his heart. Božo had been together with her for 6 years and never had any serious relationship after that. Božo couldn't get himself to say that he was having a hard time moving on. The real reason Vanja fell for Božo. Vanja came across as desperate when she went back to Božo the first time. She should not have accepted his offer to rekindle their situation, since Božo was only looking for a rebound and nothing serious from Vanja. However, Vanja was afraid she'd never find anyone if she let go of Božo. She was finding it very hard to find somebody she liked. As per Vanja, Božo encompassed all the things that she loved. She insisted that Božo had proved to her that he wanted to pursue their relationship. Vanja confessed she used to feel like her heart was a dead vault after being single for 6 years. Božo had started to make her feel things again. As painful as it was for her to hear that Božo was seeing someone else, ever since they got back together, he was more dedicated and more responsive. He says that he loves me. We talk about potential marriage, she added. Vanja hoped it would be just one small blip in their big story of love. Vanja hoped things would only get better and better going forward. Božo started ignoring Vanja while she was on her way to Croatia. Despite Vanja panicking after missing her connecting flight, Božo was not responding to her calls and didn't even message her. Božo admitted he was feeling anxious about meeting Vanja, but he did show up at the airport and took Vanja directly to a cooking class instead of a hotel. While interacting with the other students there, Božo told them that he and Vanja were just friends. When Vanya confronted him about this, Božo told Vanya he didn't have any romantic feelings for her. However, Vanya decided to stick around to see if anything romantic would eventually develop between them during the trip. Vanya knew that Božo wasn't attracted to her and realized that it could have been because Božo still had his ex on his mind after she ended up meeting some of Božo's friends. She was told that Božo's ex was quite similar to Vanya. They were surprised that Vanya, who was out of his league, had come to Croatia to meet him. Vanya asked Božo's friends if he still had feelings for his ex. Božo added his ex had another boyfriend. Vanya was frustrated with Božo, not willing to understand that she was only there for 3 weeks and needed to know an answer from him. Božo accused her of wanting to rush things. Božo decided to postpone Vanya's meeting with his mom because he didn't want to prolong the argument. Vanya stormed off and, in the latest episode, went on a friendly lunch with Božo where she confronted him about his "I love you" messages to her. Božo claimed he'd never told Vanya he'd loved her. She pulled out her phone and showed everyone the messages. Božo told Vanya there was a connection when they chatted online, but he never felt the chemistry when Vanya and he met face to face. He requested that they could remain friends. Vanya rejected Božo's offer. It seems that once Božo finally told Vanya about how he felt about her, he felt confident enough to try and rekindle his romance with his ex again. According to blogger Mary Pants, Vanya and Božo are no longer together. Božo had posted a sweet selfie with his then-girlfriend on social media in March 2023. This was before he had filmed the show with Vanya. Interestingly, she does resemble Vanya, as Božo's friends had observed. Once the filming for 90 Day Fiancé, before the 90 days was over, Božo and Rachel attended various social gatherings together, and he even posted photos together from these events, confirming Božo was able to win back her love, even if he lost a gem like Vanya along the way.